What visas do we have to go to Australia? Now, this seems to be quite a common DM that I'm getting at the moment. What visas do we have to allow us to travel to Australia in March? Well, here's the thing. I did all the legwork 16 years ago. Okay, so a little bit of a backstory. 2009, I went out to Australia, 25 years old, as a backpacker on a working holiday visa. I want to do my farm work to get my second year and was lucky enough to get sponsored. So I got sponsored. 2 years into that, applied for my permanent residency, got my permanent residency. A year after that, got my citizenship. Okay, fast forward to 2017, all from home to say you need to get on a flight and you need to come back home. Your dad's not very well. Sadly, 2 weeks later, he passed away. So at the time, Mum was very poorly with Parkinson's. I couldn't bring myself to go back out to Australia and decided to remain in the UK. So that first year was a real struggle for me. So I really struggled adapting to moving back to the UK. That decision was taken out of my hands. I didn't make the decision, okay, my time in Australia has come to an end, I'm going to return back to the UK. I was really upset. I was really distraught. I was just, emotions were all over the place. And yeah, I'd say it took me about a year to settle. Anyway, met my husband, had our little girl, and that brings us to where we are today. So sadly, last year we lost my mum. So there's not really anything tying us to the UK now, and my husband and my daughter have heard me talk about Australia and how wonderful it is and how wonderful my time was out there, and they really want to go and explore the opportunity. So that is what we're doing in March. So we applied in February for citizenship by descent for my daughter. That took 3 months to get approved, and that was approved in May, June time it came through. So we went down, if you've seen any of my previous videos, we went down to London and we lodged her passport application at the Australian High Commission, and that took about 5 weeks for that to arrive. So me and my daughter, we're travelling in March on our Australian passports. We're Australian citizens. Hubby, yeah, still waiting for his partner visa to come through. So we lodged back in June his 309, the 309 offshore partnership visa. That's been in just over 6 months now. Time frame for that can be anywhere up to 2 years. There's quite a backlog on the partnership visas, onshore and offshore. So God knows when that one's going to drop in. But he has been granted a tourist visa for 12 months. So if his partnership visa hasn't arrived by the time we go in March, fingers crossed it will have, then he will be travelling on his tourist visa, being given 12 months on that. And hopefully during that time, yes, we know he won't be able to work, but he will, hopefully his visa will come through, because even though we applied offshore, we can be onshore when it's granted. So yeah, that's how we're going to Australia. Lots of other ways and options to get to Australia. So there's the point system, skilled 189 visa. There's the regional, and there's sponsorship, employer sponsorship visas. Also, there's family visas if you already have family out there, and student visa options. So there is a lot of options out there. So drop me a comment. It'd be interesting to know how everybody else is getting over there. So my plans for the evening, I am going to go and watch Taylor Swift, a couple of parts of her documentary on Disney Plus, and I'm going to finish off my Dairy Milk Biscoff.